on Beads, Baubles and Jewels this season, we're talking all about making things your own personal style. Candie Cooper is here to join me with projects every other week for teens and tweens. This is fun.
I am so excited about these segments, Katie. Making stuff with kids, always a good time. We're gonna get it started with these rainbow friendship bracelets.
Okay, I love these.
Now, one of the things I notice, I see kids stacking up bracelets just like us. These that we're making today are made with this variegated rainbow hemp. I love this stuff, it's beautiful. We're using the skinny version, but it also comes a little bit thicker too.
Okay.
Okay, so to get started, we're using a macrame tool. I've gone ahead and added probably a 12-inch piece of the beading wire. All you're gonna do is open up one of these, slide your wire down, tighten the wing nut, repeat for the other side. Super easy. You can use 19 strand, 49 strand, or another piece of hemp if you want to.
Okay.
Okay. Now, the next thing we're gonna do is measure out the cord. One wingspan from your chest to your arm, at the end of your hand, doubled, okay? And then, to get it started, we're gonna just tie it in a knot around the center.
And with that variegated cord, you can adjust it so that the colors pair up.
That's right. We'll look at that a little bit later.
Okay.
But yeah, you want to kind of match it. You can see mine starts with reds, moves to orange, yellow, and the like.
On both strands.
That's right. So I've just tied one knot. The next thing we're going to do is take the cord and pass it over the beading wire so it's on top. The opposite side comes over the top of this tail, under everything, and up through the rabbit hole.
So we're making square knots.
We're making square knots, and there's a lot of tutorials for this and variations on it. The next thing we're gonna do is just do the opposite. So the left tail crosses over the beading wire. Right tail goes under everything and up through. I'm just gonna do a couple to get started, and then I wanna show you a variation of our own. This is really meditative, super fun. Put on your you know, some movies or whatever, and just start knotting.
Yeah, and this is a great take on friendship bracelets.
Right. Okay, so I've done 3, but I'm gonna stop here. I'm gonna kind of snug this up close, but not tighten it all the way. Now, you could keep going and get an effect like this. Really beautiful, right? Just alone.
Yes, I love it.
We can really make them rainbow bracelets using this AB crystal chain.
Yeah.
Which is what I'm gonna do today. This takes a second to get started, but you're gonna just slip it through so it kind of gets nestled in and tighten that up. And it's okay if it kind of pops up there, it's gonna get anchored with the rest of the cords. Now you wanna start, so I saw the left tail went over the top the last time, now we're gonna start with the right tail.
Okay.
And we're gonna do a couple more.
And you can tell if you forget where you are because it makes a bump on one side.
Yeah, and it'll start twisting and everything else. So I found that for this finer cord that 3 knots in between each cup chain link worked really well. So now I'm ready to go on to the next one, next break. So now you would just keep going until you had something like this. When you get to the end, you're gonna tie off your cords. I went ahead and did that already, sorry, and trimmed the ends. I just tied them in a knot. You can put a little bit of adhesive over the top if you want to really add extra security. Also, if you find your bracelet, you wanna check the fit. Is it too big, is it too small? Sometimes you have a little leeway. You can slide the knots down and snug it up a little bit, or stretch it out if you need it to be a little bigger.
It's slightly adjustable.
Yeah. Now, the beauty of using beading wires, we can attach findings with crimp beads like we usually do.
So you can do a real clasp, yeah.
That's right. Let me grab the crimping pliers.
Okay.
Here we go. Okay, so just slide on a crimp bead. And don't forget, you want to use the appropriate size crimp bead with your packaging. Number 2. This is my favorite. Obviously, it's getting a little worn there. But then you can also add in your clasp and some charms. I'm going to put the charms on first.
So you have a charm and a bead already on your jump ring there?
I do. And if you're unfamiliar with opening jump rings, you want to open it from side to side, just like so. Attach your dangler or whatever, and then close it up. It's good when you're working with kids just to keep it really simple. Large jump rings, simple charms.
Okay.
So now we're gonna add the clasp. I've got everything on there. Run your tail of wire through your crimp tube. And now we're going to use the inside opening of the crimping pliers.
Okay.
To make that U shape.
So you have quite a few techniques all in one bracelet, but it's still really simple. They're learning crimping so they could do bead stringing, and then they've also got knotting too.
Knotting, yep. And then you're going to turn it 90 degrees and roll that crimp over, trim your ends. And the cool thing about this one is I just use the hemp as is, or you can, you know, have it variegated like this.
Yeah, so you can see the difference if you adjust it, your colors are together, or if you just let them go.
Yeah.
All right, well, thanks, Candie.
Thanks
This is
for having
fun.
me.
All right.